live on this beautiful Wednesday morning. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed as Bitcoin is pumping, baby. We are pumping right now. As the title of the video says, $800,000 Bitcoin trade. Technically more than $1 million because I'm in a $300,000 short right now. Okay, but this is probably going to get stopped out in the stream. But you can see we've got ourselves a $500,000 position open. We've got ourselves another $200,000 position open. We've got ourselves another $100,000 position open. These trades are from the setups given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Setup given in advance, long trades taken, baby. Setup given in advance, long trades taken from the exact dang bottom. And we are pumping right now, as you can see, up. Combined profits here, 30,000 US dollars. Plus another 30,000, so 60K. Plus another 6. So we're talking 65,000 USD, baby, on these trades that we are giving in real time in the Casper Crew at JasonCasperTrading.com, baby. Oh my goodness. I'm feeling it today, guys. Now, we also got to talk about Ethereum, which is pumping like a dang wild lady, running through the jungle. I'm in a little ETH position as well. Up another 10K on that. So, man, altogether, we're up like $70,000 right now combined on our trades, which we have been taking, baby. We are locking in the juicy profits, man. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes I just sit back and I think to myself how blessed I am to be able to walk on this treadmill with my weighted vest, making stupid faces, screaming into a plunger, making more money than an engineer who went to school and a doctor who went to school for 12 years. This is a top signal on society, guys. The fact that I can make this much money is a top signal on society, man. But this is unsustainable. Man. But you know what's not unsustainable? Walking on the treadmill with the weighted vest, baby. Getting that cardio in, baby. Man, I'm feeling good today. How's the coffee today? It's good today. Shout out to MarketCipherTrading.com. Shout out to CryptoFace in a $20 million ETH trade. That's crazy. Let's take another sip of coffee. Oh my goodness. Wow. Coffee is good. Coffee is good. Whew, man. All right, we're going to be getting into this Bitcoin because we're coming up to a key level. As you can see, Fibonacci Golden Pocket, 121,000. This is going to be such a key level here, guys. A reclaim of this level, a reclaim of $121,000 is going to be so dang juicy. And I'll tell you why. Let's go to the 4 hour. As you can see, remember, guys, we've been long since the bottom, all right? We've been long since 112K setup given in the dang Casper Crew. All right, I don't even know if I still have that setup. But anyway, we gave the setup in the dang Casper Crew from 112. We gave it from the exact bottom. Is that this trade here? Is that this trade here? Yes, that's this trade right here. All right, yes, that's this trade right here. Right from 112, we've been long from the exact bottom, guys. Setup given in real time. Okay? And as we've been long from that area, oh man, we've been looking at this saying, okay, there's the potential for a massive short squeeze to come up to 121,000. It's exactly what happened. We squeezed all the way up to 121,000. So technically speaking, if we strip the chart down, all right, let's strip it down. Let's put this line back on our chart. Remember, 121 was so key. All right, so key. If we come above it now, this is just a sign of strength, man. We're flipping the resistance into support. We had our chance to dip down to the bottom. Of course, we dipped down to $118,000, which is where we're currently bouncing from right now. Okay, you see this? $118,000 bounce, baby. Right from that point of control. And so this is a key moment because we are also not only coming up to that support resistance flip, but we also are coming right up to the Fibonacci Golden Pocket. That's right, man. The Fibonacci Golden Pocket, the good old 6 Juanita. 6 Juanita, my high school crush, the girl of my dreams who I always wanted to go out with. I thought she liked me. Turns out when I asked her out, guys, I was in something called the friend zone. You ever heard of that? The friend zone? She said, Jay, I like you, but not like that. She gave me the hand, she gave me the face. I thought we were going to be able to live happily ever after off our Bitcoin profits and have a nice little house with a dog and a white fence and a pool, a couple of kids. I mean, yeah, our marriage wouldn't be the best. You know, we'd have some arguments, but overall, we'd get by. You know, but turns out she rejected me. Bam! We're coming down. Now, look, here's the thing. We're coming to the 618 right now. Are we going to reject? Here she is, the 618 Fibonacci right here on the chart. Are we going to reject? Well, here's the thing. 618, if you remember. Okay, why did she not go out with her boy? She wasn't into nice guys like Jason Casper. She was into criminals like Sam Bankman-Fried. Most of all, she was attracted to his uneven man breasts. Now, these uneven man breasts, the medical term for this is a bearish divergence. We have to ask ourselves, are we seeing bearish divergences as we come up to this area? Let's start on our 4-hour time frame. Any bearish divergences here? Hang on, let me turn off all this nonsense. Just turn off all this nonsense. All right, any bearish divs here on the 4-hour? No. On the contrary, what are we seeing on the 4-hour? We are seeing a beautiful momentum, money flow coming up. How about our 1-hour? Any bearish divergences? No. Well, technically yes. Technically yes. But I'd say this momentum wave has a lot of upside. Let's go to our 24-minute. Bearish divs? No. Definitely not. Money flow getting thicker. Okay? Money flow getting thicker. What has happened? It turns out that while he was in prison, Sam Bankman-Fried invested in plastic surgery to make the right boob bigger than the left boob. The right boob is bigger than the left boob. That's bullish, baby. All right, that's bullish. It's bullish. That means this is not a divergence. This is a convergence. All right, don't get conned by the convergence. Now, you can see this is a zone of resistance here. We also have the $121,000 previous high right here at around 127.81.8 on Bybit. Over on Bybit, okay? So we do need to watch here because there is the real potential that we consolidate here at the 618 and then whoopsie daisy. By that time, we've got ourselves the big old left, the skinny right boob, aka the upside down uneven butt cheek pattern. The big juicy left butt cheek full of gravy and ravioli and cottage cheese, full fat Greek yogurt. On the left and on the right, skinny, fat-free skim milk. With, what's that stuff that those keto people eat when they eat bread? With psyllium husk. Fat-free Greek yogurt with psyllium husk. All right? It's pure fiber, no calories. Keeps you nice and skinny, but it makes you dump. Let me tell you. When you're eating pure fiber, but no calories, keeps you skinny, but it makes you dump. Cheers. Now, we could see that, and if we do see that, well, then we do need to be aware of a potential dumperoni and queso. But until that happens, man, so far, things looking good. Let's go to the daily. Okay? Let's remember, lest we forget where we've come from. Make sure to smash up the likes. Lest we forget where we've come from, guys. Let's just remember that we have a... Hang on, let me remove all this stuff here. Let's remove all this stuff here. We have ourselves, guys, a beautiful pattern on the chart, which is this. A bullish pattern going all the way back to April. We have ourselves a bottom signal right here. That is big momentum wave, skinny momentum wave, a bullish divergence as we're testing major support from the entirety of the bull market trend line, okay? Full bull market trend line. We're going to put this on log scale. All right, when we're looking at big time frame stuff, we want to be on the log scale. So we've printed a major bottom signal as we came down to that trend line, the bullish divergence, all right? Then we got ourselves a retracement. The retracement came right into the key level of support at the Fibonacci golden pocket. We made a higher low, and on Market Cipher B, we printed a continuation signal. All right, a continuation signal. And if you're in the Casper Crew VIP Discord at jasoncaspertrading.com, we nailed that entry from 100K absolutely beautifully. All right, planned, executed, boom, right from $100,000. And that was a market order, by the way. I did not limit into that. Talk about ninja market order entries, baby. But yeah, so look, we nailed that. And now that happened with a continuation pattern. Now we have just gotten another continuation pattern, which is this. As the price now, after making our first higher low, makes another higher high, and then another higher low into, mind you, remember, this ain't just no arbitrary level here. This is the, oh, it's not going to work here. This is the point of control of the entire range. All right, at round 112. I'm sorry, it's not the point of control of the range. I'm sorry. It's the support resistance flip from this level here. All right, it's a perfect breakout and back test. Okay, and as we're getting the perfect breakout and back test, we are seeing now a continuation pattern market CFB. Technically speaking, the green dots are getting low over time. Now, the way it works is the bottom is caused by the divergence. All right, then the second leg up is caused by the trigger wave, where you can draw a trend line and see the continued direction. Then every leg up from there is caused by a lower momentum wave as we come in for the retest. Okay, so we are seeing a continuation pattern here, making us highly suspicious that these highs are going to be taken. Now, this daily market cipher B money flow, look at it, getting thicker. Momentum wave has some room to the upside. All right, even on our weekly time frame, we are going to confirm another green dot, El Punto Verde, the Mexican gangster who's at a fierce competition against El Punto Rojo. The two Mexican gangsters, the green dot, the red dot, El Punto Verde, El Punto Rojo. And you can see here, we had El Punto Rojo. He tried to catch us. We were aware of him. We said, look, El Punto Rojo, he's out of shape. All right, he doesn't do his cardio with the weighted vest every day when he trades. No, he sits there. He's got the vape. He's all hyped up on nicotine and caffeine without the physical output. All right, he also eats lots of cheeseburgers. Now, ain't nothing against caffeine and nicotine. Two of the best pre-workout supplements in the world, okay? Both highly addictive. But, look, El Punto Verde, he keeps in good shape. So we're saying, look, there's a good chance El Punto Verde is going to be able to outrun El Punto Rojo. Look at the money flow on the weekly, man. Look at the, see how it's getting thicker? See the money flow on market cipher B, that's the leading indicator. And as we're looking at money flow from the weekly, all the way down to the 24-minute, all the way down even to our 12-minute, it's not looking that bearish, man. It's not looking that bearish. Okay, now, yeah, we took a little short scalp from here. I've taken a few short scalps this morning. Okay, I've taken a few short scalps this morning already. I've taken two, actually. One of them, I took a major loss of about $1. $1 right here, man. Oof. Lost $1 on that one. The rest, all juicy, baby. And then, of course, this one here, if it does get stopped out of my entry, it's gonna be, what is it gonna be? Probably about a $300 profit, give or take. Now, guys, the way I'm getting into these trades, by the way, these scalp trades, is I'm literally using the 5-second time frame here. I'm literally using my 5-second time frame here on market cipher B. I know it sounds crazy, guys. I know it sounds crazy, but look. You go to jasoncaspertrading.com. You don't want to join the best community in the world. Check out my courses. Now, first of all, I have a free course on YouTube, all right? So I'm really not trying to sell you a course here. I'm not. I have a totally free course on YouTube on my channel. If you want to learn how to trade, go check out my channel. Go to videos, all right? I got an 18-session free course here, okay? But I'm not trying to sell this to you. In fact, don't buy it. Don't buy this course that I'm about to show you. Just watch. It's a scalp trading mini course, 75 bucks. Don't buy it. Just simply watch the intro video for free here, where I walk you through how I was able to, in a month, using only the 5-second time frame, make $25,000. All right, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, man. And I walk you through my methods here on how I'm doing this. All right, showing you the trades and all that stuff. Just watch the free video. Now, if you're using an exchange like KSEX over here, you can do it because the fees are so low. KSEX has such low fees. It's got 0% limit order, 0.01% market order. You can scalp the low time frames and still be profitable, right? Now, the other exchanges I trade on are BLOFIN, of course, where I'm currently in a $500,000 position. All right, WEEX, where I'm still holding that position from the exact bottom, from the setup given in real time in the Casper Crew VIP Discord from the exact bottom. But yeah, KSEX for scalping, that is the way to go. And also, guys, if you know how to trade but you have no money, I am partnered with Klein Funding, which, by the way, is a crypto prop firm that runs on Bybit. Great exchange. And there's 25 and 15% discounts. You can become a funded trader without even passing a challenge here. $50,000 account, 70% profit split, 15% off this price right here. 15% off, $1,259. So there's some good deals. All the links to this stuff, guys, in the pinned comment and description of the video. And it looks like we're consolidating under here. We got about an hour and a half until New York opens up, all right? And they're coming out eating the coffee and the bagels. We got to talk about Ethereum. We got to talk about a lot of other things here, all right? We got to talk about Ethereum. We got to talk about a lot of other things here, all right? That's what we got to do here. All right, let's see what happens here. We start to lose market structure. I think we could, honestly, I do think we could get a drip down, maybe to take out this a little bit here. Let's just see. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. That's how it is in this game, guys. You gotta wait, and you gotta see. You gotta wait, and you gotta see. You gotta wait, and you gotta see. You know? All right. Let's see who we got in the chat. First of all, major shout out to Mandatory Myocarditis. Alt season about to go. Yeah, we're gonna check out that. Shout out to Pro Bitcoin. Shout out to Zealot. Says check out Farcoin. Yeah, we will. I think we will check out Farcoin. Shout out to Tony C. Shout out to Doriani Junid. Pump song for ETH, please. Shout out to R Pink. How are the bees? Guys, the bees are still here, okay? They're yellow jackets. They're swarming in my office, all right? Before this stream, I literally killed like 30 of them with my bee killer. Now, look, I think I'm going to have to call an exterminator to come because I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know how they're getting in here. They must have built a nest somehow, like inside my office somewhere, and they have to be like hatching eggs or something, all right? I'm looking at them now. They're crawling at my window. I've killed hundreds with a plunger only. All right. Shout out to HFG. God bless you, bro. May the Lord Jesus bless you, HFG. May he multiply you and bless you, man. Shout out to Turtle. He says, how about your toilet paper? My toilet paper is good, but I mostly use a bidet. All right. I use a butt sprayer. I got it on Amazon. Connects to the toilet. All right. Yeah, I highly recommend a butt sprayer, guys. Butt sprayer, way cleaner than toilet paper. Major shout out to Lost Liberty for the super chat. He says, an update on Telcoin. Yeah, we'll look at Telcoin first, okay? Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pump. A new hourly candle opening up. Big juicy blue. Let's see if we can't reclaim the Fibonacci golden pocket. All right. We're holding the trend line for now, guys. We're holding the trend line for now. Come on, baby. Big juicy blue. Let's go, baby, big juicy blue. Come on. All right, let's pop on over to Trade View. And we got to look at Telcoin for my man, Lost Liberty. We're going to start on the 5-second chart. All right. Make sure to smash up the likes for the 5-second chart here. Just kidding. Let's go to the weekly. Oh my goodness, man. So here's the thing. Telcoin looking absolutely juicy as all get out. Reason being is because of the bullish divergence at the lows here. All right, look at this. Connect the lows. Connect the lows. We got ourselves a bullish div. We got ourselves a change of market structure. We've made a higher high. We come down, we make a higher low, most likely into the altcoin pocket, which is the zone between the 786 and the 886 fib. Yeah. Yep. So we bounced right from the altcoin pocket with a continuation signal on market cipher B. Another higher high, another higher low. Let's see where we came to. That time, right into the altcoin pocket. Trigger wave on market cipher B. Money flow cross. It looks pretty good. All right, we've got all these bullish signs here. Let's go ahead and draw some trend lines here. See if we can find anything good. Okay, so we've got this. We've got that. We've got this. It's like a channel. You know, if we break out the channel, then probably we're going to pump like crazy. Let's take a look at the volume. Okay, so we're in the middle of the range on the macro. Let's take a look at the local. This thing here looks to me like a bull flag. This is a really nice bottom with a nice oversold wave on the daily here. Now, I'm not telling anybody what to do, but all things considered, this looks like a good buy posed for a pump. If we get in now, this is not financial advice. I'm not doing this, okay? I don't own Telcoin at all. Don't plan to. But if we get in now, we put our stop below the last low, and the reason why we're putting our stop below the last low is because of everything we just talked about. Like, everything about this is bullish. If we shoot for our all-time highs, that is 16 times more upside than downside. You're risking $1 to make $16. You're risking $1,000 to make 16 grand. The upside potential is much higher than the downside potential. Objectively speaking, it's a good buy. And also, once we break out of this value area high at around 1.3450 cents, we have nothing but stop losses here that are gonna just facilitate the pumpage. All right, they're gonna facilitate the pompage. Les pompages. They will facilitate the pompage. Okay, okay. Okay, cool. Let's check out now our good friend Fartcoin. All right. All right. Oh my goodness, guys. These yellow jackets are getting out of control. Hang on 1 second here. All right, man. These yellow jackets, man, are getting out of control. Nuts, I'm telling you. Great. I've killed so many of them. All right. All right, let's take a look at good old coin here, Fartcoin. So we're going to start on our daily time frame. I would say that we have a bullish divergence at this low right here. And I actually really like this structure. We have formed a support resistance flip, got a breakout, got a back test, very nice, made a higher high, made a higher low, and then we actually got a swing failure pattern yesterday where we are printing a daily bullish div. This looks very bullish on the daily right now. Very bullish on the daily. This looks very bullish on the 4 hour. Money flow crossing from purple into blue as we get that lower low. All right. Now, we could very easily see a fast pump upon a reclaim of these highs here. Now, in my opinion, unfortunately, like, it's pretty late to get in now because we've already gotten a significant move to the upside. Let's just take a look at risk to rewards here. It's not really worth it to get in now on the local range. If we shoot for all-time highs, it is worth it, a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio. This is like a very good bottom signal to me here. All right, we have hidden bullish divergence on the 4 hour, regular bullish divergence on the daily, bullish money flow on the 4 hour with the chickens drinking water, aka swing failure pattern. Let's check out the this. All right, we're at the POC. Okay, so here's the deal. This is a valid trading idea on spot, not on leverage, obviously, because you need a 27% stop loss. We're shooting to risk 1 to make 5. So you put $1,000 risked on the trade. You're going to make 5 grand if the target's hit. Or you could take a partial, take out half. You just made 2.5 times what you risked. But now you can leave a runner in case of massive pump. This is a valid entry here. What would be better than this? Okay? Better than this would be we get a move up to the value area high, and then we get a back test of the POC. And then we get our move. That would allow us to get in with a much better risk to reward ratio. We're now at the top of our range. We're risking 1 to make 7 with a much smaller move. Right? Originally we were risking 1 to make 5 all the way up to here. Now we're risking 1 to make 7 on a much smaller move. And if we hit our big target, now we're risking 1 to make 20. All right, you risk 1,000, now you're making 20 grand instead of 5 grand. So both are valid. Here you're risking 1 grand to make potentially 5 grand. A scenario like this, you're risking 1 grand to make around 20. Obviously this is hypothetical because we don't know how that backtest is going to look, but this general idea would give you a better entry on Fart Coin. All right. Now I do want to take a look at our good friend Ethereum. Wow. Oh my goodness, baby. When I see this, I get giddier than a schoolgirl. This is amazing. Okay. First of all, guys, look at the money flow on the 4-hour. It looks nasty, and nasty in a good way. Money flow getting higher all this time here. Look at our monthly. Whew. Plenty of room to the upside on the monthly. The 2-week, plenty of room. Look at the separation of the waves. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at the weekly. This money flow cross, guys. This move is just getting started. All right, this move is just getting started. All right. Let's go to the 2-day here. Look at the 2-day, man. Look at this money flow. Man, did we not call it? Did we not call it on Thursday? I remember people saying we're going to reject it at 4,000. I'm like, no way. No way. The 2-day says, heck no. Look at that beautiful. When you see this, just look at this. Okay, this is a high time frame. When you see the money flow crossing, okay, and we get that first continuation wave right here. This is the real juicy move right here. This next one here with that thick money flow is going to be another juicy move, another breakout. All right, so we've got that going. Now let's talk about resistances. All right, now I'll give it to you straight. I'm not going to give it to you gay. But let's see. Doesn't show for some reason. I guess because my VPN's messed up. But you know, I've got this ETH trade open here, and I'm going for it, man. I'm gonna go for it. Look, I am gonna take profits right here. Right here. I'm gonna take out half, and then I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna take out half up here. All right. This is my ETH trade plan. That's being totally real. All right. I'm gonna give it to you straight. I'm gonna give it to you straight. This is legit what I'm planning to do with this. All right. It's legit what I'm planning to do with this right now. So let's talk about resistances. The obvious one is going to be, make sure to smash the likes. The obvious one is going to be the previous all-time high. All right. We're very close to the previous all-time highs here. I think we're going to smash it. We might find some resistance here. So one thing to very much so be aware of right now, obviously, and the thing that everybody and their grandma is looking for is the back test of $4,000, right? It's very possible. If we're going to back test $4,000, it's going to happen in such a way. We're going to get a swing failure pattern, chicken string water pattern of $4,875. And then we're going to come back down for our higher low. And then we're going to break. I'm confident in this. Look, could I be wrong? Absolutely. Absolutely, I could be wrong. But this is something I'm very confident based on our monthly, based on our 2 monthly. In 18 days, confirm a green dot on the 2 monthly. Look at the 2 monthly momentum wave. Tons of separation. The monthly, this thing has plenty of upside. The 2-week, plenty of upside. The 4-day, we're about to get a money flow cross. When this 4-day money flow cross, man, forget it. All right, the 2-day, super juicy. Money flow so thick. So yeah, we have to be aware of a resistance at resistance, which is going to be $4,875. But I think that's going to lead to either a consolidation or a small pullback, and then we're going to shoot for our fib targets. And they are obtained by using our Fibonacci extension on the entire 4-year cycle. All right, so let's go ahead and take our trend-based fib extension, pull it from the low to the high, to the low, and you can see that we have our targets here. So our first 1-to-1 is going to be 5,500. Then our next target, 1.618, 8,500. Then my moonshot ETH target is 10,000. All right, this is not so crazy, especially when you consider the fact that we are in a massive 4-year triangle. All right, we are in a massive 4-year triangle, like a lot of altcoins currently are. We had our fake out to the downside. Now we're getting our real breakout. And you know, let's go ahead and pull this off log scale, and let's just do some basic. Whoa, what did I just do? Let's just do some basic TA here. If we take the measured move and extend upwards, we're talking our $8,500 technical target here, measured move target of looking at this as a giant bull flag. We're hitting right into our target of 8,500. All right. So I don't think this is so crazy. I think this is a pretty reasonable target, and 5,500, absolutely reasonable. We're only, right now, we're only 19% away from my first target on ETH. And we are currently, right now, 82% away from my second target. And we are 116% away from my moonshot target. That is nothing, guys, considering the fact that since April, all right, ETH has pumped 250%. All right, since June, ETH has pumped 120%. We have less of a percentage to go to $10,000 than we did from 2,000 to our current price. And that happened quick. We could see this happen just as quick. And everything's lining up, man, for this alt season to happen. All right. Oh my goodness, look at that. While we've been talking, Bitcoin got a little bit of a flash crash. We should have taken a little bit of profit on that short. But we're back testing the trend line right now. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Really, we don't want to lose 120. 120 is our new line in the sand here. All right, 120 is our new line in the sand. We lose this, I am going to have to take some profetes. All right, I will take a little profits out of this, man. Because look, you know, as a trader, and you guys know this, as a trader, at least for me, I don't know about you actually. For me, when it comes to my trading, there's usually there's seasons. There's seasons to trading. There's seasons where you make a lot of money real quick. And then there's just maintenance seasons where you don't make a lot of money. Maybe you're break even. Maybe you're down a little bit for that month. Right? It comes in waves. And you gotta ride the wave when it's there. It's like surfing. You know, you gotta take advantage of the wave while you're there. For me, the last wave I really rode was from September of 2023 until around January of 2024. That was the last big wave where I made lots of money really quick. And then since April, I'd say actually really since June now, I've been in this wave of making tons of money, you know? So I'm riding this wave while it's here. So I'm trying to lock in those dang profits, man. Alright. Alright, major shout out to our super chatters. Mosh Miner, thank you for the super chat. God bless you, bro, in Jesus' name. Can you have a gander at Arrow? Shout out to Harry H. I love you, Harry H. Absolutely, man. We can take a gander. May the Lord Jesus bless you, bro. Thank you so much for your super chat. Alright, let's take a pop. This is Aerodrome, right? Smash up the likes, guys. We got 25,000 viewers, only 200 likes. Come on. I think we can do it. I think we can do a better job here. You know what I'm saying? I think we can do a better job here. Let's check out the daily here. Okay, so it looks like we're breaking out of this right now with a back test. That actually looks pretty nice, and to be honest, this looks very squeezable, but sadly we just have a little bit left to squeeze. Okay, we've already got our back test. Now we are forming some bearish divs as we rise. The 4 hour looks beautiful at this bottom, and this is a beautiful continuation pattern here. So look, I'd say if we're looking for a big move on this thing, we do have a valid entry right here from the back test of this and that continuation pattern on the 4 hour. If we shoot for the high, it's not the best risk to reward ratio, but assuming that we do like get a big breakout here, it's very interesting. We had a bearish pattern forming, and we're breaking out to the upside. It's tough because, like, where would I put my target? That would be tough, right? So let's just assume like a $5 target. It becomes very worth it to get in here. $5 target. This is on, what exchange is this? Is this MEXC? Yeah. Is it listed longer on KuCoin? Okay. Okay. No, it's the same right there. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this then. We have a valid entry. We have a valid sideways range. Okay, we got a bullish deviation below the range low, and now we're breaking out of a local trend line with a back test. Right? We're building a case here for an idea of why we would want to get in. If we just take the measured move of this range from the low to the high, all right, we could say that we could have a target of around $4.40. Okay, which means if we get in now, because remember, we just had a breakout and a back test with a continuation pattern, this is a 10-to-1 risk-reward ratio. That's pretty good. All right, we're risking 1 to make 10. We would need to be concerned about this, take the highs and get a pullback. Now, if we take the highs and get a pullback, then what would we look for? We would look for the back test probably into our 382. In a very bullish environment, you backtest that 382. Let's pull the volume here. This is KuCoin, by the way. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like we could get a backtest and just make a higher low, literally into our entry. So it's tough, right? It's tough. You need to either be entering now, willing to say, you know, I could see me back at my entry, maybe even below my entry. And if we're going to assume a higher high and then a golden pocket retracement, you know, it becomes much more risky. The best opportunity right now would be to wait for that and then get in a retest, but I know a lot of people don't want to do that, and we're not guaranteed to retest, so you got to make your own decisions here with your own risk. But in general, entering now, I don't think there's anything wrong with a $4.43 target. We do have bullish signs. Just be aware of the $2.35 resistance. You know? The resistance. Resistance, baby. We got more yellow jackets in here, man. I'm gonna call an exterminator. I don't know how to deal with this. I really don't. I have no skills. I've never even thought. What would I do if a swarm of yellow jackets started hatching in my room? Give me 1 sec, guys. Make sure to like the stream. Alright, we're back, baby. We are back. We gotta give a major shout to our super chest in the house, baby. Alright. Shout out to Buff Link. Shout out to DG. Shout out to Keaton. If there's a nest, do the bucket of petrol method. Oh, interesting. I never heard of that. Where do I see a good opportunity to buy AVAX? Honestly, I think right now is a good buy for AVAX. Shout out to Mosh Miner. He says, bless you, Jason. Can you have a look at SPK and Hyper? Let's take a look at SPK quickly here. I don't really know what to say here. The only thing we could say about this is the following. Like, hidden bullish divergences after bouncing from an interesting zone of support. So, I don't really see a good entry on this. It would have to be very speculative. Okay? If you're bullish fundamentally on this, I'd say if this low is in, this move to the downside looks very squeezable. What I mean by that is this. Whenever you can take a line, a curved line, let's see. Whenever you can take a curved line like this, and draw it, this means there are stop losses here. This is a liquidity to be taken. Okay? These are trades short, ready to be wrecked. As soon as we start coming above this curve, it's very squeezable to come back up to our high at 13 cents. It'll be super easy, very easy to do. And once we're there, we have liquidity here and liquidity here. We could easily see our squeeze up to the all-time high. The problem is, do we have clear bottom signals here? No. And do we have clear higher low signals here? No. But we do have a low and a higher high and a higher low. And this higher low is at a back test of this, okay? We are seeing some low time frame divergence. It's a very speculative play. But it's a 6-to-1 risk reward, and assuming our higher low is already in, it could be a 12-to-1 risk reward, but I would be careful because when you're forming this kind of curve, you know, you don't really, it's hard to time the bottom of the curve, especially when we don't have exact levels here. Let's do a local fib pull. So we are bouncing from our 786. So I would say if this is going to happen, this is a valid idea here. Okay? But it's very speculative. Very speculative. Shout out to Juan. Check out Pump. It's all in the name, baby. I got in at 0.025, 10x, still didn't take profit. Could we reach 0.12? This has to be the wrong coin. I don't know what coin you're looking at that you got in at 0.01 cents, bro. At 0.025 cents. You mean 0.0025? And you're looking for it to reach 0.01? I don't know, man. I'm sorry. Maybe send me the ticker. Yeah, I don't know. All right. God bless you, man. Thank you for the super chat, Juan. Shout out to Last Tin Can. Thoughts on AVAX? Sure. So AVAX. My thoughts are this, guys. We're at support. We have bullish divergences. We have change in market structure. Objectively speaking, it's a good buy. All right. Look at this. All right. We're forming a massive 4-year triangle. We're at support. All-time highs. It's a 14-to-1 risk-reward ratio. All right. Turn it off log scale. Look at this. All right. Look at this. I'm sorry. All-time highs right now is a 10-to-1 risk-reward. We're at historic support. I mean, we're literally at support. All right. If we clear off this whole chart, let's just take a look here. And I've been saying this for a long time about AVAX, but I mean, look at this. This resistance goes all the way back to January 2021. It was support, it was resistance, support, 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 resistance, and now it's support, okay? We are at a massive 4-year support with very bullish signs across many time frames, going from the starting on the monthly. All right, AVAX is right now where Ethereum was in June. All right, AVAX is right now where Ethereum was in June. Let it sink in, baby. Remember, Ethereum was also in the 4-year triangle. AVAX is in the 4-year triangle. Remember, in June is when ETH started to print the green dot. It confirmed in June, and then July, and then August, we get the big move. So we're talking September, October, this thing to pump. This green dot on the monthly, juicy as all get out, man. All right, you don't have momentum below the 0 line on the monthly and not expect some kind of crazy move. Okay, I'm bullish, and I think even now is a good time to get in. Not financial advice. I do hold AVAX. Shout out to Dano Crypto. He says, chart Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. What's the ticker for that? I'm gonna do a little search here. Oh man. Well, it's pretty bottomed out here, I'd say, on the monthly. Let's check out the daily. So I'd say really the range is this. We've got bottomed out daily momentum. We have a bull div at this low. It looks like we're about to print a trigger wave. Obviously a very speculative play. And think about it, it's called Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. So it's obviously a meme coin. But let's just look at risk to reward ratio. Assuming we hit that wick, it's a 281, a 10,000% potential gain here. That seems very unlikely in my opinion, but coming back up to this first real high that we have at around 17,835, that's a 400% pump, 12 to 1 risk reward, assuming the bottom is in. Actually, it's a 15 to 1 risk reward, stop loss is something low. Risk 1 to make 15, not bad, honestly. The way I would personally play this, if I was looking to get in, which I'm not, I don't have it, I don't plan to. If I was bullish fundamentally, right now, the 4 hour looks like we're gonna print a nice trigger, which will give us a pump. Once we break out of this, it's gonna be pump city time. And it's a good risk reward. You could take out half your position here, and you just made 7, risking 1 to make 7. Let it run. If it just so happens to come up here, all right. Now you risk $1 to make $7, but now you're gonna be making like 170 extra dollars. So risk 1 to make 177 here. If you're talking about thousands of dollars, you risk 1,000 to make almost 200K in like a crazy pump event. So, you know, think of it this way. If you have $1,000 to play with and you're interested in meme coins and you feel in your soul that this could be one of the pumpy ones, you know, well, I mean, what is it to lose for some people, $1,000 is nothing, right? So either you lose $1,000, big whoop-de-doo, or you're up almost 200 grand. Or you risk $100 and you make almost 20 grand, right? $100. It's nice if you find a $100 bill on the floor. It's not life-changing if you lose $100, right? But I'll tell you what is life-changing. Making 20 grand. All right? That's almost half of the average American's yearly salary. All right? You can tell your boss, screw you, for 6 months. But I'll be crawling back on the 7th month, sir. Hang on, I gotta kill more yellow jackets. Let's pop over to the trade here. We got another super chat in the house from T Cash. God bless you, T Cash. Remember, guys, it's all fun and games until the bear market starts, all right? It's all fun and games until the bear market. Just remember that, guys. Remember it, y'all. It's all fun and games until the bear market. What? The heck? Major shout out to Dano Crypto. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Dano Crypto, go subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's a smaller channel, just starting out, but someday he's going to be huge. Alright, get in early. Get in early. Uh-oh, starting to get a little bit of a pullback here, guys. It's a good thing we're short. Alright, just in case of massive dumpage. In a $300,000 short trade right now. Whew, man. That's how you got to do it. That's how you got to do it, man. Meanwhile, ETH is unfazed. ETH is unfazed. Look at ETH just cranking along, baby. ETH is just cranking along over on Bybit. That's right, baby. All right, we got some super chats in the house. Shout out to P Kangaroo. God bless you, man. Shout out to Drosky33. Wants PB coin. Shout out to Juan. You meant 0025. Okay. We'll check it out again, Juan. Shout out to T-Cash, EWT. Shout out to Drino. Can we look at HMND? Very nice project. Yeah, sure. Sure. Show thing, my man. All right, so first we got to take a look at wands again. Pump coin. All right, so you got in at 0.0025. So you're in from here. And you're looking for a move up to 0.012. Oh my goodness. You're looking for a real pump. You're in 10x leverage. You're up right now 50%, 60%. Look, man, you're up 60%. All I can say is this. We have some bear div on the 4 hour. Look, I'm not a financial advisor, okay? But when we're coming to a support resistance flip, obviously. This is obviously should be a target one for you, right? You long the range low, we're at the range high. All right. Let's say you put, you know, $100 in the trade as your margin. You're up 160. All right. Why not take out $60? All right. Why not take out something so that you're guaranteed something, some profits, right? And then let the rest run, right? You let the rest run. Then you have $100 in there, and you could make another 2x on your initial investment. If you put $100 in here, all right, now you're up $160 in profit, right? And altogether, you're 60% of 100 now is $60, right? Hang on, am I doing my math right? Am I doing my math right? No, I'm not doing my math right. You had a $100 margin. You're up 60. Yeah. That changes things, doesn't it? Well, I can't make the decision for you, man, but I'm a huge proponent of taking partials. And let's do our risk to reward. I don't know what your risk to reward is. Let's assume that your stop loss for the idea is under here. All right, let's deal in risk to rewards. All right. Whatever you risked. All right. You were risking 1 to make 6. So I would take out half, man. I would take out half. You risked 1 to make 3 right here. And then, assuming we pump up here, you're going to make another 20, right? So you're risking 1 to make 23. That's still a really good trade. All right. We're going to go based on risk to reward here. Because I'm assuming your stop loss is under low. If it is, if you take half out now, you just risked, let's say you risked $100. Now you're up $600. Take out $300. You just tripled your initial investment there. And then if it hits your final target, now you're 23x your initial risk. So you risked 100, you make 2,300. There's nothing wrong with TP1. That's the way I have to always do it, man. Could we hit that level? Of course we could. I don't have a lot of data on our daily. Our 4 hour looks excellent for this to be the low. It looks beautiful for this to be a continuation. We're forming some bearish divergence at resistance. So if we're going to get a pullback here, it's likely to happen here. And probably we can get a back test of this, right? A back test of this, maybe. But if I were you, I would be taking a partial, bro. I would be taking a partial. All right, major shout out to Drosky33. Thank you for the super chat. He says, can we look at Pepe? Yeah, we could look at Pepe. Pepe, 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 Pepe. PP, 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 Pepe, PP. PP coin. Bitcoin looking like she wants to blast, going fast. All the bears into the trash. We're $800,000 long right now, guys. Let's see what we can do. We're $800,000 long. We're up almost $70,000 in combined profits on these trades, realized and unrealized. Let's see what we can do, man. All right, let's check out PP coin. All right, so the weekly looks pretty good. We're coiling up, getting ready for a big move, in my opinion. We're forming a symmetrical triangle here. So look, we have ourselves a sideways range. We have ourselves a pretty clearly defined range high. We have ourselves a pretty clearly defined range low. We could look at this actually as the range low. Range high, range low. We got a fake out of the range high, fake out of the range low. Obviously, entering now, we're entering literally in the middle of fair price for the past since April, March. So for over a year, this is fair price. Okay, we're not getting in at a discount here. We're getting in at fair price. Also, we're getting in a pattern that has a 50% shot to break up, 50% shot to break down. But the trend is very bullish. And this is a bull flag. So let's just take a quick look. Assuming we break out of this, our target's going to be up here. Which from where we're at right now is about 160%. So it looks bullish. I would expect a breakout. Question is, where would we enter? It's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough on where to enter. I don't see a good entry here, objectively. Honestly, I'll tell you what a good entry objectively would be. It would be this. We have ourselves the range. We have the POC of the range. And we have all these higher lows. All right? A great entry would be to wreck everybody who's expecting the breakout, longing in here, bounce from the POC of the range, and then pump. Right from the altcoin pocket, the 786886. This would be a juicy, beautiful, amazing entry on Pepe. If we're gifted with a big flash crash dump right to this area here, then we are looking at a beautiful trade setup on Pepe. All right. If we're gifted with that, we are looking at a juicy setup. Other than that, to get in now, I mean, it's just not the best risk to reward unless you're already in. If you're already in, good for you. If you're already in, good for you. Shout out to MJamFan22. Watch here every day. Not hating, just trying to help. He says most new traders that listen most likely won't be. Fine. I could be steering new traders the wrong way that don't understand the tide. Well, look, if you're a new trader here, here's what I recommend. Don't buy anything. Go check out the free course on my YouTube channel. All right? Go check out the free course on my YouTube channel. You should not be buying or selling any crypto or anything unless you know what you're doing. For free, I have a 18-part course. All right? You need to go watch this to understand risk to rewards, to understand planning for a trade, to understand Just because you're bullish doesn't mean you should buy something. Just because you're bearish doesn't mean you should sell something. Okay? If you're totally new and you're coming to YouTube for investing advice, I hate to say it, but you're just paying your dues of getting wrecked. That we all did, okay? Look. But I'm trying to help you have that not happen, which is why I come here and I give trade setups and I do analysis. But the analysis and the setups, honestly, if you don't know this stuff, it doesn't matter. Somebody could give you an exact buy signal and you could still lose money unless you understand this stuff. All right? Make sure you understand risk management. Watch this session. Make sure to watch support and resistance, market structure. Make sure to watch managing open trades, nailing perfect entries, trading psychology. I mean, watch the whole course, but those are the ones that really, you need to thoroughly understand these concepts before you buy or sell anything on spot or leverage, okay? Before you buy or sell anything on spot or leverage. Man, look at this juicy trade. I got in right here, the first tap of the golden pocket. I took a juicy profit one. Look at this, right? This is crazy. That first TP I hit here, this is about risk to reward ratios, right? That first TP that I hit, when I hit that TP, a 6-to-1 risk reward, baby. 6-to-1 risk reward. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Then after I took that profit one, I moved my stop up a little bit to give some breathing room because I know how the market likes to manipulate. Thankfully, I thought I was going to get stopped out of that. I didn't. All right? But even the stop loss up here is still going to have me in a little bit of profit. 5-second time frame. All right? If you want to learn how to scalp the 5-second time frame, like I said, I'm not trying to sell you a course. If you want to pay $75 for my comprehensive scalping course, go for it. But even if you just watch the intro video, watch the free course on YouTube and the intro video, and then check out this, all right? I made this back a while ago, back in 2023, all right? I'm showing you how I scalped the 5-second time frame here. How I made almost 25K in 30 days just trading the 5-second time frame. Okay, check it out. Go watch my free course. Check it out because you can get the juiciest entries here. Look at this entry here. Look at this trade setup here. All right, you can make money on KSEX with these low fees, literally, in a 0.2% move, guys. You can make hundreds of dollars in a 0.2% move. It's crazy, but it's true. Of course, you got to be trading with big money to be making those big profits. You got to be trading with big money. But it can work with small money too. The risk to rewards is all that matters. But man, let me tell you, if you're going to be doing this, you got to be in the dang zone. All right? You got to be literally in the zone. You got to be manic. You have to be manic. You have to be crazy. You have to be in that weird manic mindset of like, I haven't really slept in a week. Even though I lie in bed with my eyes closed, you know, in order to make that work, all right? But I'll tell you, I've been doing this, you know, I've been doing this here. I've been shorting Bitcoin only using this strategy for the past 2 days. I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shorts. They're all wins, except this one here. I lost $1.16. All right. But look, when you're doing this, you really got to have that risk management on point. You really got to have it. And if you want full how I do it, check out the course because the way you do it is you're looking for small win, small loss, big win doing this. Right? Maybe this is going to be our big win here. Right? Oh man. Bitcoin dumping. Oof, we're dumping. We're taking the low here. Let's see what happens here. We lose 120. That's not good, man. That's not the best, man. If we bounce at 120, that's okay. Let's see what happens here. Oh, man. Oh, man. Let's see. We're going to bounce or what? We got half an hour until New York opens. I hope we bounce here, man. If not, I'm going to have to shave some profits off my $500,000 long trade here. We don't hold 120 support resistance flip. I'm gonna have to shave my beard off. Once I shave, you know we're gonna pump, right? As soon as I take profits on the long, you know we're pumping, right? I can continue the pump by taking profits. All right. Watch this. I could take profits right now. All right. I could take profits right now, and because I'm taking profit, we're gonna pump. All right. Let's see here. Watch. What the heck? Oh wait, that was wrong. What did I do here? What did I do? Oh, I had a limit order set there. Man, we're dumping. I'm gonna take some profits, guys. I'm gonna take some profits. All right, now we're gonna pump. Watch. Now we're gonna pump. Maybe not. Maybe it's good to take profit here. This is a macro golden pocket. All right, this is why we're getting moved down here. All right. Ooh, I better move my stop. That was from my old entry. I've been scaling into this position. We are rejecting from the 618, man. You know, don't mess with the 6-1. So this is obviously very key. This level 120, we need to hold this. All right, if we hold this, I'm going to add more to my position to make my average entry around 119. I'm going to put another $250,000 back in here. All right, if we continue to pump, we're up about 25,000 here, 24,000 here. We're up basically over $50,000 right now. See, look, I told you. You take profits and we pump. But that's okay. That's okay. Always got to take profits at resistance. If we continue to pump, I'm going to put another $250,000 in here. We're riding it up, baby. We're up 50K on these Bitcoin trades. Literally from the setups given in real time in the Casper crew. Setup planned for, executed. All right? Setup planned for, executed, baby. All right? Let's see. I hope we hold. We're going to see what New York's going to do. All right, let's see. Got to give a major shout out to all our super chats, all right? Profit Bear. Shout out to Profit Bear. God bless you. Shout out to Rob. God bless you. Shout out to Drino and T-Cash. Guys, I'm so sorry, but I got to go because I have a VIP stream in the Casper crew at jasoncaspertrading.com where we give the juicy setups in advance. Let the community know what I'm doing. All right, we're going to start that right now, looking for juicy trades. So if you're interested, go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Also, if you want to trade, check out WEEX, BLOFIN, KSEX, and ANTARCTIC exchange, decentralized exchange. That being said, God bless you all, and I'll see you next time. Peace.